and tonight I'll be talking about how to stop drinking now and to prepare for a dry July. And also I'll talk about the rewiring of your relationship with alcohol. So when people talk about drinking, and it's often in the realms of like something that's done, every day, every week, every month. And what happens is when you start to drink often, it goes from the front like of a thought, and it ends up going to the habit, to the lower part of the mind. So it becomes unconscious. So I'm going to share with you 6 steps to make the unconscious go to the conscious. So bringing things into light. Okay, so the first step towards, rewiring your brain and changing your relationship with alcohol and preparing for a dry July is asking yourself a counterintuitive question, bringing things up to light. The question is, step number 1 is, what are the advantages of drinking? And when I ask my clients this question, they go, well, what do you mean, Ed? Well, why are you asking me, what are the advantages of drinking? I don't want to drink. That's why I'm coming, to do this program with you. And I say to them, well, there must be advantages to it, because otherwise you wouldn't do it. We have our motivational triad within us, like our ancestors, where we went towards pleasure, we stayed away from pain, and like we used the least amount of energy as possible. Okay. So we wouldn't be drinking unless there was an advantage. So step number 1, write down like 5 or 6 advantages to why you drink. It could be, it just relaxes you at the end of the day. It could be, because it doesn't stress you. You lose the stress from the day, and you just want to forget about the day. You want to forget about a particular person or forget about the situation. So step 1, write 5 or 6. Step 2 is the advantages of going alcohol free. Now, rather than saying step 2, stop drinking alcohol, right? It has a very negative connotation to it, okay? It's all about, rather than feeling like, you're giving up something, step 2 is the advantages of going alcohol free, okay? And if you had like 5 things in step 1, 10x it in step 2. Give yourself 10, 20, 30, 50 reasons why going alcohol free would be advantageous in your career, in your business, in your health, in your relationship, in your wealth, with your kids, for your mental state, for your partner, right? What are the advantages, right? And start to build a case, start to make all those unconscious feelings that you have around, you wanting to go alcohol free, start bringing them to the surface so they can bubble up, and so you can start to have a look, okay? From there, we start to build the momentum, and we go to step 3, which is the most powerful force in the universe. And these are your values, okay? I want you to ask yourself, in life, what does it demonstrate to me that I really love to do? What do I love to fill my space with? What energizes me? What do I love to think about? What inspires me? What do I love to listen to, read, learn? What goal, this is a great question, what goal have I done from the beginning all the way to the end? And I said I was going to do that, and I followed it all the way through. And you look at that goal and you analyze that goal, and you think, man, if I've done it there, then I can do it for a dry July. There's gems in the lessons that you learned from doing a goal from the beginning all the way to the end. Okay, so write these values down. What's really valuable? What's something that you want to start doing more of? Is it you want to start, walking more, or you want to start doing yoga more, or you want to start surfing more? I mean, I was at the beach today, and the waves are clean as in winter. It's such a beautiful time to go for a swim, or do those ice baths, or have a cold shower, whatever it is, right? What actions that really make you sing, where you don't need discipline, you just do them, okay? So that's step 3. From step 3, we go to step 4, which is all about setting a goal. And let's frame this of setting a goal, right? and let's frame it around, okay, I want to do dry July. That's my goal, okay? And word it in a way that a 12-year-old could understand it, okay? And so once you've set the goal, step 5 is linking the values that you wrote down to the goal that you want to set, okay? And I'll give you an example, okay, for all the ladies out there, right, that 3 months out, they find their perfect wedding dress. But there's just one problem. They really can't fit into that wedding dress like they really want to fit into it, okay? And they're not much of an exerciser, okay? So what do? Well, the value has been established. They have this wedding dress. It's hanging on their wall and they're going to fit in it. They're going to look amazing on the day, okay? And that's their value, a really high value of looking great, looking beautiful on their wedding day. Why not, right? But the goal, like that's their value. They really want to fit into it, right? And what they want to do is to get to that, right? They have to link it to something that is going to make it turbocharge, you know, fitting into that wedding dress. So they're going to link, you know, exercise to it every single day. Because if I exercise every single day, my goal, you know, of fitting into that wedding dress and is going to come to fruition, okay? So if my value is looking amazing on the day, how do I look amazing on the day? I do the exercise, okay? And when you start to fill up your day with things that are really high value, okay, it won't start to fill up with distractions, you know, that don't inspire you, okay? So if you're going to get married and you know that you've got to exercise on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, you know you're not going to drink on a Friday night or a Saturday night because you've got to exercise the next day because you've got this goal to look amazing on your wedding day. So it's linking, say for example, if your values are either, you know, surfing, walking and dancing, you know, you love to do those things. It's linking, okay, I really want to start doing those things in dry July and linking it to the goal of dry July and linking, you know, and replacing it and linking what's really valuable to you to your goal, okay? So that's step 5 is the linking. Once you've done the linking, step 6, what I alluded to, is filling your day, filling your week, filling your month, right? And sitting down with your family. I mean, July is coming up really soon, but sitting down with your family and saying, look, you know, I want to do dry July, you know, I want to do 30 days and there's 168 hours in a week, you know, and you can find, if it's really important to you, you can find 30 minutes or an hour every single day where it's your like craving hour, where you usually have a drink, okay, when you get home, whatever. That hour, that craving hour, that's when you replace it with your goal that you've linked to your value, and you link it in that craving hour because your craving's only going to last 15 minutes to 45 minutes, okay? And you start to X your calendar and you start to create a chain of, you know, okay, I did it for the 1st of July, then the 2nd July, the 3rd July, and you're waking up and you're looking forward to the day because you get to do something that's really valuable to you. It could be learning, you know, a new course. It could be, you know, spending time, you know, with a friend and working on a project, whatever it is, okay? But fill your month up and have the calendar there before July starts and fill up the whole calendar every single day. I'm gonna do half an hour on this because I love to do it. I'm gonna do half an hour on it being really intentional, okay? And if you fill your day with high priorities, okay, it won't be overtaken by low distractions, okay? But just recapping, okay, the 6 steps, the process is basically bringing the unconscious to the conscious. The first step is asking, what are the advantages of drinking? Okay, you're going to find 3 or 4, 5 or 6. You know, stops me being anxious, stops me, you know, having to think about, you know, my problems. I like the buzz of it, you know, whatever it is, you know, it's a double-edged sword, alcohol is, right? Step two is 10xing it and saying to yourself, okay, what are the advantages of going alcohol free? And making a big list of all these advantages that I'm going to get. And your brain will start to go, wow, there's dopamine over here as well. I might go over here just for the month because I've got dopamine here and I've got dopamine here and I've got dopamine here, you know, with the advantages of my health, my relationship, my clarity. And over the course, like the first 10 days when you stop drinking, I mean, it's the most amazing thing when you reach like that 10 days, the clarity that you get, you know, and the energy that you get, like you just start adding to that list. But that's step two. Step three is what is life demonstrating to you. What have you put off that you want to start doing again, that you really love to do, okay? And link that to your goal, okay? If you want to do Dry July, do it when there's a craving hour and do what you really want to do and link it to the goal of the Dry July. And once you've linked it, set your calendar up for the 30 days and just follow that process. And this is how I did it, right? I did my first 30 days and then I just copied that 30 days and did it again and then did it again. And then I did a 90-day challenge, right? And that's how I did it. And once you do 30 days, it's so much easier to replicate it because you start getting the systems going. And then from there, it becomes 60 days. And then once you do 60 days and you've got that habit of getting dopamine from somewhere else rather than the alcohol, it becomes easier and easier. So yeah, but that's the training for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And if there's anyone that wants to go through the process of, okay, Ned, you know, how do I, you know, look at my values and what are the specific questions that, you know, you can ask yourself, and how do I set a goal to link it to my values that I really want to, it's something that I really want to do. How do I do all that? Just reach out to me, you know, DM me or leave a comment below and I'll spend half an hour with you, just a free coaching session, and we can go through it and you can just do it for the Dry July, you know. And I do have a group called the Drinkless Revolution Hub, and it's a safe space in there. This recording will be in there, and if you want to get in that group, just again, leave a comment and I will leave this recording in there as well. But thanks so much for watching. I'm really passionate about this because I went through it. I went through, you know, drinking a lot because I went through a separation and I got out the other end, and I promised myself, if I get myself out of this mess and I learn, you know, I learn the lessons, I'm going to share it with the world. I'm going to share it with the world, you know, because it's, at the end of the day, it's not about the alcohol. It's just an inside game with yourself. And giving tools and techniques is what I love to do. And also doing the subconscious work is where the game's at. But thank you for everyone for watching. And if you do want a copy of the recording, just reach out to me. But Ned Miro, signing off. All the best. I better get my kids some dinner. Bye for now.